Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. We're going to be doing Mando, Episode 6, The Prisoner. We're going to be talking spoilers and whatnot, so if you don't want the spoilers, click off now, please. I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We're talking spoilers now. This was a marked improvement from Gunslinger. Now, Mando has been hired for a job. The guy from Batman Begins that played the corrupt detective, Flass, was the guy that was running the op, or running the whole operation, rather. Not the op itself, or the mission. The Mandalorian ship was very important because it was not on Imperial and New Republic databases. It's a ghost, basically. They had a Twilight, a female Twilight that was kind of had a crush on the Mandalorian. You also had a Deveronian, played by an awesome actor, Clancy Brown, who played Savage Opress's voice in the Clone Wars. He also played the governor of Lothal in Rebels, the real governor, not the Imperial governor. He's an all-around good actor, and he's done some amazing work over the years. Now, you also have Bill Burr. I recognize the name, I'm just not familiar with the work. I'll actually have to look him up later, because I looked him up on IMDb, saw a cursory glance at some of the stuff that he did on his filmography. None of it was familiar to me. So, sorry if I'm not a big fan of Bill Burr, I just don't know him, you know? Anyway, you also have a droid that they have, and we all know that the Mando doesn't like droids. And he's like, okay, so the droid is basically going to pilot the ship, and he's going to be running background while they all go onto this Republic ship to rescue a prisoner, who happens to be the brother to the female Twilight. The female Twilight is weird. And a couple of things, the issues, before I go any further, that I had with this show, or with this episode in particular, was Bill Burr calls the Mandalorian a wise ass because he was noted to be an Imperial sharpshooter, and he's like, that's not saying much, and he's like, I wasn't a stormtrooper, wise ass, and I'm like, yeah, they don't have that language in Star Wars universe. I mean, there's only one swear word that was ever used in the Star Wars universe that I am aware of, and that was from episode 4, damn fool, I knew you'd say that. Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him, you know? That scene. Hold on. Anyway. Yeah. Damn, that's common and whatnot, but ass, it's like wise ass, and the diversity of that word, I don't think it doesn't fit in Star Wars in my opinion. Also, when you're on a ship and you're balancing a knife and then you jump to hyperspace with that knife still bouncing on your fingertip, not believable. So there are a couple slips, but they don't really take away from the show itself. Objectively, the acting was good. The special effects, the story, it was all good. So objectively, I will give this a 4 to 4.5 out of 5. Subjectively, with those couple things, it was kind of weird. So I will say a 3.5 to 3.8 out of 5. It's just, those things just kind of made it a little less than Star Wars. Because you gotta have logic in Star Wars, and those are the only things I really took issue with. The swear word that doesn't belong in Star Wars, and the balancing the knife without logic of light speed doing rapid inertia. I mean, people have to strap in for light speed, you know? When they make the jump. So he makes the jump and the knife doesn't clutter? Or doesn't falter? No. I'm sorry, that doesn't work. And plus the prosthetics for the Twi'leks head tails, they're Leku. I would have done that, or I would have made them a little heavier, because you could tell that they were rubber and they were very light. I mean, you could just jiggle your head and it wasn't good. Anyway, the story basically goes, this is a betrayal job. They all intended on betraying the Mandalorian, and then it became a horror story. They actually found a Republic person. They said it was supposed to be manned by droids, the whole ship that they were going to hijack to get out their prisoner. But there's a rebel-looking New Republic guy who has a distress beacon, and he ends up getting killed, but before he does, he ends up pressing the beacon. So now they're on a timer. And they find the new prisoner, or they find the prisoner. It happens to be the Twilight's brother. And they betray the Mando. They punch him into the cell and they close the cell. He escapes by ripping a patrolling droid's arm off and getting out. He then basically plays cat and mouse with the crew that betrayed him. And there's some awesome scenes. He fights with the Clancy Brown's Deveronian, and you see that the Deveronian is unharmed by fire. Well, he is a devil, the devil guy. That species. And he's completely unfazed by the fire when the Mandalorian uses his flamethrower right in the dude's face, He's like, ah! It was just awesome, that whole sequence. He fights all of them, and you think he's killing each and every one of them, but you'll find out later he doesn't. He just puts them all in a cell. But Bill Burr, when he goes after Bill Burr's character, the sharpshooter, the head of the op and whatnot, there's strobing lights, flashing lights, and you see him, and then straps off, you don't see him, then straps on again, you see him closer, and then closer and closer, and then he goes up, or Bill Burr turns around, he's not there, but he's right behind Bill Burr again, so he got him too, So then the male Twilight character, he's a real jackass. He's willing to leave his sister behind and everything, even though her sister loves her brother enough to want to rescue him and get revenge on the Mando for it. But hey, Anyway, they get back, and the Mando, or Flass, the guy from Batman Begins, his name's Rand in this one, he's like, where are the others? No questions asked, remember? Yeah, that's right, no questions asked. So, he delivers to Twilight. Baby Yoda was in peril throughout, because the droid found out information on the Mandalorian, and that Baby Yoda was Quarry, so he tried to fight him. Or he tried to hunt down Baby Yoda, the droid did. And when he actually had Baby Yoda cornered, he was about to blast him, and Baby Yoda starts sticking his hand up and whatnot. Now you think Baby Yoda's going to use the Force, right? And so you hear a blaster go off. And I thought for a second, maybe this baby actually just reversed the beam of the blaster and killed the droid, Now, that would have been a Gary Stu moment, in my opinion. Logically, that would have been a Gary Stu moment. But it wasn't. Because that didn't happen. The Mandalorian blasted him from behind, the droid. And it was a great show. I mean, this episode. So they get to the outpost back where Rand is. And Rand, after the Mandalorian takes off, of course he's going to betray the Mandalorian again. He's like, kill him, gets a gunship ready to load. But then the Twilight notices something on him that's beeping. He pulls out the beacon that New Republic guy had. And they said that beacon is designed to call in a hit squad from the Republic to destroy wherever that beacon is and on and whatnot. And the three pilots are Deborah Chow, Dave Filoni, and the director, I can't remember his name for this episode, but it was him. And they're all X-Wing pilots, and they blow up Rand's installation. And I'm like, and the Mandalorian then just makes his jump to hyperspace. And I'm like, solid move. Solid move. So the Mandalorian's back with Baby Yoda and the ship, all is well. He unscrews the little knob that the Baby Yoda took a fancy to. And he's like, I told you that was a bad idea. And then he hands him the knob to play with. And, oh, it was just good. So, objectively, I will give this a 3.8 out of 5. But subjectively, I will give this a 4.5 out of 5. It was a good episode. Showgoer, it's 5 out of 5. This one was solid. Now, hopefully, folks, you guys will like this video. Hopefully, I can get a little bit more support on my channel. I'm a small channel. I'm only doing this on my phone and my Kindle. So, yeah. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. I would like to try to get 300 subs before the end of the year. My end of the year goal is 300. So if you could please help me, that would be awesome. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, folks. What was did you see this episode? What was your favorite part in it? What do y'all think? Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews. Catch y'all on the next one.